Dear students, now I am going to solve a mesh analysis problem using two different approaches. यहाँ पे ये सर्किट आपको शोन है. इस सर्किट में आप ये देख रहे हो, there is a 6 volt battery, these are the resistances, there is another source of current 3 ampere source which is between these two meshes common in the common branch. So in such type of problem where a current source is in common branch between the two meshes, we can apply normal mesh analysis as well as an alternative approach which is called super mesh approach, super mesh technique. So we will solve this question in using both methods. First I am going to use normal mesh analysis, and in second method I am going to use super mesh technique. So first of all, using normal mesh analysis I am going to solve this question. So using normal mesh analysis, one thing we have to consider here, हमें ये ध्यान रखना है कि हमें वही मैशेस या वही उन्हीं मैशेस में KVL अप्लाई करना होगा जहाँ पर ये 3 एम्पियर का सोर्स इन्वॉल्व ना होगा. क्यों? क्योंकि इसके अक्रॉस वोल्टेज ड्रॉप हमें नहीं पता. तो अगर हम ये मैश यूज़ करते हैं M1 या अगर हम ये मैश यूज़ करते हैं M2, दिस इज़ मैश 1, मैश 2 एंड मैश 3. हियर करंट्स आर गिवन एज I1, I2 एंड I3. तो अगर हम ये मैश यूज़ करते हैं या ये मैश यूज़ करते हैं, इसमें ये करंट सोर्स इन्वॉल्व होगा जिसके अक्रॉस वोल्टेज ड्रॉप हमें नहीं पता, तो इन मैशेस में हम KVL अप्लाई नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो हम वो मैशेस कंसीडर करते हैं जिनमें कि ये करंट सोर्स इन्वॉल्व नहीं होगा. अब हमारे पास वेरिएबल्स कितने हैं? 3 वेरिएबल्स हैं और हमें 3 इक्वेशंस भी फॉर्म करने होंगे जिससे कि I1, I2, I3 की वैल्यूज़ निकलें. तो पहला इक्वेशन जो हमारा बनेगा वो इन दोनों मैशेस को ध्यान में रखते हुए बनेगा. अगर हम इन दोनों मैशेस को कंसीडर करें, यहाँ पे आप ये देख रहे हो कॉमन ब्रांच है, कॉमन ब्रांच में 3 एम्पियर की करंट फ्लो कर रही है. दिस करंट इज़ रिजल्टेंट ऑफ I1 एंड I2. यू कैन राइट हियर if we consider M1 and M3, that is mesh 1 and M2, mesh 2, M1 and M2, we can write as I1 minus I2 is equal to 3 ampere. This is our equation number 1. Similarly, to form another equation, we can use this mesh, that is mesh 3. This is defined as mesh 3. So we can use mesh 3, apply KVL in mesh 3, apply KVL in M3. What is KVL equation? So it is very simple to write, minus 2I3 minus 4I3 minus I2 and minus 2I3 minus I1 equals to 0. So this equation becomes 2I1 plus 4I2 and 2 minus 8I3 is equal to 0. It is our equation number 2. Okay. Now we require third equation. So to form the third equation, we consider this loop, this larger loop, and here we apply KVL. So in this larger loop, if we consider the KVL equation, what is the KVL? Apply KVL in loop 1. Apply KVL in L1. What is the equation? 6. अब हम ऐसे घूम रहे हैं तो 6 minus 2I3, फिर यहाँ पे आएंगे minus 8I2 is equal to 0, और our equation become 8I2 plus 2I3 is equal to 6. It is our equation number 3. Now we can solve these three equations to find the values of I1, I2 and I3. So here, by solving these equations, to solve these equations we have to use calculator. So I am going to put the values of coefficients of I1, I2 and I3 and constant values. That is A1 is 1, What about B1? B1 is minus 1. What about C1? C1 is, here coefficient of I3 is 0. What about constant value? Here, once a minute, I am going to restart it. A1 is this, B1 is this, C1 is 0 and D1 is 3. Now A2 is 2, B2 is 4, C2 is minus 8 and D2 is 0. Similarly, A3 is, now what is the A3? A3 here is 0. What about B3? B3 here is 8 and C3 here is 2. And what about D3? D3 is 6. So if we solve these values using calculator, we obtain X. X means I1. I1 is obtained as 3.4736 ampere. Similarly, what about I2? I2 becomes 0.4736 ampere. And what about I3? I3 is 1.1052 ampere. So students, we have solved this question using mesh analysis. Now I am going on the alternative approach. In the alternative approach, what we have to do? We have to combine two meshes as a super mesh. So which two meshes we have to consider here? Those two meshes should be considered between which in the common branch current source is there. If current source is connected in the common branch between the two meshes, that common branch can be eliminated and the two meshes can be combined to form a super mesh. So in this circuit, you can observe here that if we again draw the circuit, you can see it. If we again draw the circuit, this is our current source, this is our complete circuit. This is 3 ampere source, this is 6 volt battery, this is 2 ohm resistance, this is 2 ohm resistance, this is 4 ohm resistance, this is 8 ohm resistance, this is 1 ohm resistance. Now to form a super mesh, this super mesh is formed to eliminate this branch, as this branch creates problem. So we form a super mesh containing mesh 1 and mesh 2. So how the current is, how the voltage drop is considered? From this point to this, then this, and like this. We have to apply KVL in this way in this circuit. To apply KVL in super mesh, how it can be represented? As a combination of M1 plus M2. It is combination of M1 and M2. So what is the KVL equation? So you can write KVL equation from here. So 6 minus, here the current is I1, so minus 2I1. After that we have to move in this direction, to minus 4. In this branch current is, what is current? In this mesh current is I2 and in this mesh current is I3 and in this mesh current is I1. So in this branch current is I2 minus I3. So I2 minus I3 minus 8 I2 equals to 0. Minus 8 I2 equals to 0. So on simplifying this, once a minute, here what is the current in this branch? Here the current must be minus 2 I1 minus I3. I1 is for this loop and I3 is using this loop. So by simplifying this equation, we get 2I1 plus 12I2 minus 6I3 is equal to 6. This is our equation number 1. This is our equation number 1 using super mesh. But here again there are 3 variables and we have to use 3 equations to solve these 3 variables. So one equation has been obtained. Now we have to find 2 more equations. So 2 more equations are similar to the previous technique, as if we consider mesh 1 and mesh 2, in this branch the resultant current is a resultant of I1 and I2, and that can be obtained as I1 minus I2 is equal to 3. This equation is taken as 4. So this equation can also be taken here. So we can consider M1 and M2 to write I1 minus I2 is equal to 3 ampere. I1 minus I2 is equal to 3 ampere. It is our equation number 5, suppose that. And if we consider mesh 3 as here, if we consider mesh 3, in mesh 3 again we can write same KVL equation. KVL equation is 8I2. This KVL equation we should take 2I1 plus 4I2 minus 8I3 is equal to 0. This is equation number 6. This KVL equation we should take. So now we have another set of equations, out of which 2 equations are similar to the previous technique. Now we can solve these equations to find the values of I1, I2 and I3. So again we have to put the values of coefficients of I1, I2 and I3. So here I1 is 2, I2 is 12, I3 is minus 6, and that is coefficients of I1, I2 and I3, and constant value is 6. Similarly A2 is 1, B2 is minus 1, C2 is 0, and constant value is 3. A3 is 2, B2 is 4, C3, A3, B3 and C3 is minus 8, and D3 is 0. Here again we obtain the values of I1, I2 and I3. I1 is X, that is 3.4736 ampere. I2 is 0.4736 ampere, and I3 is 1.1052 ampere. So students, you can see that using both the techniques we can obtain the same result, and both the techniques can be used in solving. Any one of technique can be used in solving such type of questions. Now it is up to you, it's your choice. You can use any one of the technique. But specifically if in any exam, if examiner want to solve this question using super mesh technique, then we have to use this approach. You have to form super mesh and you have to write this equation. Then you will get full marks for this question. I think now both the techniques are clear to you. Thank you.